Alrighty guys, shout out to Alex Comic Hoarder for this one. This is going to be my top 10 first appearances that I love that are graded books in my collection. Let's go ahead and check out what they are. What's up you guys, welcome back to Skeff's Comic Knowledge. I am Skeff and thank you for checking out today's video. I really appreciate it. So today's video was inspired by Alex Comic Hoarder, who did his top 10 first appearances, which, yeah mate, way to make mine look terrible before I even show them. Good God. Did you see those books? If you haven't, please go check them out. I'm just like, why even bother? Why even bother? I can't even begin. No, I'm just kidding. Some phenomenal books. He does some awesome older books that I don't have very many of. Granted, I've only been doing it for a couple of years. That's probably why. But, you know, hey, there's a couple ones in here, but mostly some good modern stuff. A shout out to Whatnot for sponsoring me. I appreciate you guys. Go check them out. Link down below if you haven't used them or set them up before. $10 off your first purchase if you use the link down below. Now, let's get into the 5 people before I show the video. 5 people I'm going to tag for them to do their top 10 first appearances in their collection. So the 5 people I'm going to tag is I'm going to tag Comic Man Andy, Geek Aficionado, Panda Awesome, Just Joe King, and Two Bros. I want to see your guys' top 10 first appearances of graded books in your collection. So they're not in any order of like 1 through 10 of like least or most valuable. These are the 10 books that I pick from the collection that I do thoroughly enjoy owning that are first appearances. So first up, probably one of the newest acquisitions is going to be the first, it's going to be Amazing Fantasy number 15, the first Amadeus Cho in a 9.8. I picked this up at a local show about 2 months ago. For about like 30-40% off the current like FMV. So I really couldn't pass this one up. Also, it was a book I was looking for, and it was one of those really expensive books where it's just like, it's hard to pull the trigger on some of these more expensive moderns unless you get a pretty good deal on it, which on this one, I did. After that, we're going to have an absolutely stunning copy. It's a 9.2. It's a stunning copy. Found this at a half-price books about 3 years back for I think like $70. Stoked it came back at 9.2, but love me my Spider-Verse, Spider-Gwen, Miles, things like that. So happy to have Spider-Gwen's first appearance in a 9.2. Now my love for Thor brings this one in. This is a Thor God of Thunder number 2, the first appearance of Gore. This is hands down one of the best Thor stories out there. Saying it without further ado, Jason Aaron, the Ribic art, it's perfect. If you haven't go check it out, please go read it. Gore is a phenomenal villain, and he will be upcoming in the new Thor Love and Thunder movie, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how he's portrayed. But this is just a book that I'm happy to have in a 9.8. Now, please, hopefully nobody slaps me for showing off this book, but we're going to have a copy of Canto number 1 in a 9.8. Absolutely love The Little Knight Who Could. It's a big book for me. Been on Canto since the very beginning, and just to have this at 9.8, which surprisingly for a modern book, this is a very difficult 9.8 to get. All black back, we know about the damages that were on the front cover, so having this 9.8, it's a phenomenal thing. The next book up is a book that is going to be the only signed book on this list, because it means the world to me that it is signed. It's really cool, and a little remark. It's going to be a copy of Venom number 3, got that Venom custom label on there, double signed by Donnie and Stegman with a little Donnie remark with a little heart as well. So this is phenomenal. I've been a big fan of. I really enjoyed the Venom run for what it was, and Null, phenomenal villain, and the third print, great book. So to have this one, like I said, I still love Null. I still think Null has potential, so that's why I still have copies that I'm hanging on to. So, but Venom number 3, the third printing, double signed. The first kind of old book on this list is going to be a copy of a series that had just come out, but Werewolf by Night 32, first appearance of Moon Knight. Just stoked to finally have just such an epic book in the collection. This is a book I bought ungraded and had it pressed by Impressive Comic Book Pressing Services, who made it this beautiful 8.5. So this is just a stunning piece. This is just a hard book to get rid of the collection after getting so much work put into it. But yeah, Werewolf by Night number 32, 8.5 copy, first Moon Knight. Now this next one technically isn't a first appearance, but I'm counting as a first appearance. It's a first costume appearance, so it counts. For me, it counts. This is a book that does mean a lot to me. This is going to be Amazing Spider-Man 252, first black suit appearance in Amazing Spider-Man storyline. Amazing Spider-Man first black appearance. That's what this is. I love this cover swipe. I love this book. This is actually a book that was a lot of hard work to get to this 9.8. This was one of my first CPR successes. I had purchased, I think, 3 or 4 copies of ASM 252. It was like a couple 9.6s, a raw one, and a 9.4 that I sent them all CPR crack press, and one of them was lucky enough to hit that 9.8, which is this one I'm holding right here. So this is one of my first CPR successes in a book that it would be hard pressed to get rid of. So ASM 252 in a 9.8, which I'm really looking forward to seeing where the black suit will show up first, whether it can be like in the Sony one or in the MCU one or maybe Into the Spider-Verse. But it'll be exciting to see where the first black suit will show up in the next like live action phase. Now, of course, you guys kind of know this book has to be on this list, right? First appearance, Erica Slaughter. Enough said on that one. Moving on. And of course, you're like, Skeff, there's a book missing. Yes, there is a book missing. It's not a 9.8. Yeah, I know it's not a 9.8. I'm well aware. It's not a 9.8. It's a 9.6. Ultimate Fallout 4. First print, First Miles. A book that I did when I read a little bit of comics about 11 years ago. I was dabbling into the comics just for that summer. And right around that fall time is when this came out, and got to read this and just absolutely loved the storyline and the character Miles, and just looking forward to seeing where this goes and seeing where the character goes as well. But Ultimate Fallout 4, first print, 9.6. And I guess you could say the last book on this list is a pretty big book. It's a book that I didn't think I would ever own, and the prices on them have been very interesting as of late. It is a Star Wars book, and it is a first appearance, obviously. It's going to be the first Ahsoka appearance, obviously. Star Wars Clone Wars, number 1, 9.4, but the limited edition variant. So stoked. I picked this up last February, and just been absolutely honored to have this in the collection since then. So it's an absolutely beautiful book. First Ahsoka appearance, an incredibly hard version to find. It's a Dave Filoni cover, which is phenomenal. I think he only did 4 covers, so he won't be doing any more covers anytime soon. Way too busy for that. But like I said, just super stoked to have this first Ahsoka in the collection. I'm looking forward to see what they do with her show, where she shows up next in the series. But like Ahsoka, I'm down for. It's phenomenal. So like I said, that rounds out my top 10 first appearances in my collection. Guys, go ahead and comment down below which one is your favorite of the top 10 that I showed off today. And also, reminder, the 5 people that I did tag, I want to see their top 10 first appearances is going to be Geek Aficionado, Panda Awesome, Comic Man Andy, Two Bros, and Just Joe King. So guys, I want to see those videos within the next week. Shout out to Alex Comic Hoarder. I look forward to meeting you in person. I wish I could have been at your that show you went to that he set up at. Just a little too far away, but I look forward to seeing you in person at the next time you come and dig through my boxes in my territory. How dare you, sir? How dare you? But that's it for this one, guys. Hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for checking out the video. That's it for this one. Skeff, out.